So something is really bothering me, and I've been thinking about it. And I'm like, it's not just better I just come and ask once and for all and understand what the problem is, where the issue is coming from. Because I noticed that people used to say I have big eye. People, example, like my family, like when they share meat and I'm like, it's my turn to collect, and I go for the big one, they'll be like, your big eye will not, your big, you too have big eye. So I'm always hearing big eye, big eye, big eye. And I'm like, hey, you can't want to be this one. So I'm like, I'm just asking, like, just the reason I'm the thinker, and I'm asking. You see that if people when they now if you are somewhere they share something and they're like, okay, collect, you people will see the big one. You people will now leave it and go and collect the small one. Is that the right thing? Because I'm ready to change you because but I have to it has to make sense to me before I can change. Honestly, it has to make sense to me before I can change. Because why isn't I have bigger? It's normal thing. Like if you share something that is my turn, I will go for the big one now, Should why the big icon enter am? Abi is it that you people will go where they are sharing some things and they will share it finish and you guys will leave the big portion abi big one and you will go and select the small one. Who are you leaving the big one for? A lot of questions in my head. I'm trying to get it, but it's like I'm not getting it. I am not getting it, guys. So I need help. I need explanations. I need people to maybe talk to motivate. No, like talk to me. Speak to me in the language I will understand. If somebody shares something now, and I no be say I want jump, it's not. I'm not talking about the jumping part when you want to take before it's not your turn. I'm not talking about that one. So people understand that's not the area I'm going to. I'm saying if it gets to my turn now, and I now say I'm going for the big one, and I'm leaving the small one because it's my turn to take, and I have the right to take the big one, and I take that big one. Is it okay to still be calling me big guy? I know it's not okay, but maybe people have to tell me because sometimes they will now deceive me and use bone, put the part that has too much bone. They will now make it big. Do you understand? And you'll be thinking that the big part is because it has meat. Don't know that it's bone that is inside. Do you understand me? When I now carry it, they'll now laugh at me and be like, hey, your big eye, your big eye, your big eye, your big eye. And I don't understand. That is pure wickedness. That's pure wickedness. Because why would somebody do that? Like it's my turn. And you it's like people set a trap for me to fall inside because people were expecting me to go for the small one. Why would I go for a small thing when there is big thing? That is the part that I've been thinking about. I did not sleep yesterday because I'm trying to figure it out. I've been thinking and I be overthinker. So I don't dey think why would somebody want me to go for the small portion when I can go for the big one? To the point that they will start plotting. They will use the big one to set a trap for me to fall inside because they know I'm gonna fall inside it. They know I'll fall inside it. And now, okay, you are trying to confuse me. What if tomorrow now I say let me now go for the small one because the big one has bone, and then the big one now does not now have bone? You see, it's a lot of. You see, being an overthinker is not easy. You have to think about everything. You have to think about all dimensions, all angle. You have to cover. It's like you have to cover curriculum, and if you don't cover it, you will not rest. So you have to make sure you think, or you won't miss any parts. That is how it is. But anyways, I can't unless people convince me, unless I'm convinced about the reason why I have to do that. Is it maybe for humanity's sake I should take small one and leave the big one for a better person? But I don't I don't maybe say I get enough. What I don't even have. It's people that have abundantly, like abundantly. People that have a lot that will be like, okay, let me leave the big one for every other person. But when you don't have, you are still struggling, and you want to go for big something, and somebody's telling you that leave that big one, go for the small one. Yeah, well, maybe you guys are gonna convince me, but I, it, like I'm not getting it. And please, I don't have big eye. I just want to go for the big portion. That is it. I don't have big eye. Does not mean I have big eye. So people, I don't have a big eye.